Hello, I'm Daniel from F2, presenting you the new F2in1 board, which is called Axxis, as the former F2 board already has been named. What is it all about? Well, as most good ideas, they have been evolved in a nice day after a good surf session in the pub with your friends. And we found out that in the light winds, the so-called freestyle wakeboard, which is similar size, similar volume distribution as the Axxis, is not exactly what we wanted. And we started thinking about how would it be if the board would plane earlier. Well, okay, if it planes earlier, it needs a little bit more volume, a little bit less rocker, but then it turns not so good. But as we all know, we go to the beach and there is not enough wind, so you need a little bit bigger board to go planing and have your funny day. And this is what we did. We just take a very nice freestyle wave design, and what we have here in this tail section is just a little bit less rocker and more flat. Very early planing, very good upwind connection, and usable with a relatively big fin, so you have your flat water pleasure and your early planing. Well, most likely you will use perhaps 70% of your time the board with the tail. The tail has relatively thick rails, as I said, not much rocker, and it has in the top 2.5 centimeters, it's 2.5 centimeters thick, an original power box, so the power box fin attaches the tail to the real board. As you can see, it has a real nice outline, relatively much volume in the back, and now we can show you how you actually can convert your freeride board into a freeride wave. As I said before, the tail is fixed with the power box fin through the original hull. You just unscrew the power box fin, get it out of the box. Okay, screw out. By the way, the tail looks a little bit weird because the fin box on the wave hull is in different position as the fin box on the freeride board. So, you just turn the board around. There you notice there is a screw inside here, which has actually only the function to keep the tail in place while you carrying it back and forth, shoving it in the board pack, having it in a car or whatever, that there is no dirt coming underneath and that it's not falling actually from the board. So there is no real stability issue with that. That's just only for keeping it there whilst there is no fin in the board. That's the way it goes. You just pull it off nicely. Perhaps you can see here the relative big difference in tail width. The tail is actually a V-flat with nearly no rocker. What you see here is the underwater ship of our Rebel 85 liter board. It's double concave with a V and it has 2.5 centimeter rocker. As I said before, the fin attaches the tail to the main board. Therefore, you need inside a power box adapter because you have a different height. Inside the wave shape, you can use any power box fin you like, because this is actually the original power box size. So we will provide the board with a wave fin, but you can choose your own. Once the Axxis is converted into its, let's say, wave shape,
You have obviously more rocker. This is the natural outline and scoop rocker line of the Rebel board, so that's much thinner here, has more grip. And that has quite some advantages. You're actually planing mostly on that part of the board once on the plane. The extra width in front helps you to get on the plane. Once planing, it feels much more loose. You have the advantage that if you're only on flat water without the tail, I would guess it keeps you a lot more in control in higher winds than with the tail or with any other board with the same volume. It is very helpful for lighter riders, such as your girlfriend or kids, because the narrower tail and the smaller grip helps them turn the board. And actually, there are some benefits we don't even think about. Our main benefit was like the onshore sloppy waves and having some fun wave riding. And that's what it does perfectly. So check out your next dealer or your next magazine and see if it really works what we say it does.